If you're joining me today, you're probably someone who's looking for a bit more calm amidst the storm, a way to grow stronger from the inside out, or maybe a deeper connection to what truly matters, especially as life piles on the years. I'm a psychologist who spent decades figuring out how we tick, and today we're tackling something that hits close to home for so many of us: letting go. We all carry baggage. Relationships that drain us, expectations we can't shake, fears that cling like shadows. But here's a truth I've learned, backed by the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. Real freedom doesn't come from holding tight, it comes from releasing what's weighing you down. In this video, we're walking through 7 Stoic lessons to help you fund yourself and let the rest fall away. These aren't just theories. They're life-changing insights I've seen work wonders, both in my practice and my journey. Imagine this, a you that's lighter, tougher, ready to face whatever comes, whether you're 50, 60, or beyond. Sound like something you want? Grab a comfy spot, maybe a warm drink, and let's unpack this together. This isn't just a watch, it's a step toward peace. Let's get into it. 1. Release the need for everyone's love. Let's kick things off with something we've all felt at some point: wanting to be loved, liked, appreciated. Maybe you're 55, still waiting for your grown kids to say, "Thanks, Mom, you're the best," or 62, hoping your old high school buddy calls just to check in. I've been there too, checking my phone, wondering why the silence stings so much. As a psychologist, I've seen this trap catch so many of us, tying our worth to what others think. Stoicism flips that idea right on its head. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who doubled as a Stoic rock star, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Picture your life as a canvas. You're the artist, brush in hand. If you're always splashing paint to please everyone else, is it still your masterpiece? I had a client, Ellen, 59, who spent years hosting family dinners, turkey, stuffing, the whole 9 yards, hoping her siblings would rave about it. They ate, mumbled nice, and left. She felt invisible. One Thanksgiving, she said, "Enough." She cooked for herself, a small roast, her favorite pecan pie, and sat by the fire with a book. No applause, just peace. And she told me, "I felt like me again." Letting go of needing love isn't about shutting people out. It's about cutting the strings that tie you down. You don't need your neighbor's wave, your boss's nod, or even your kid's gratitude to know you're enough. Here's a trick. Next time you catch yourself fishing for a well done, pause, 10 seconds, slow breath, and ask, "Do I need this, or am I whole already?" You are. I've seen folks in their 60s, like Bob, who stopped begging his son for a visit and started fishing alone, rod in hand, lake quiet, find joy in their own company. That's not loneliness, that's liberty. Stoicism's got it right. The only love you truly need is the one you give yourself. It's not selfish, it's strength. 2. Stop trying to know everything. Ever feel like you've got to keep up with it all? Health tips, politics, what's buzzing on X. At 50, maybe you're Googling every ache in your back, or at 65, you're glued to the news, worried about the world your grandkids will inherit. I get it. Knowledge feels like control, like if we just know more, we'll stay ahead. But here's the catch. It's a chain we don't even see. Stoicism says you don't need all the answers to live a good life. Epictetus, a Stoic who started as a slave and ended up a sage, said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." Think of your mind like a toolbox. Stuff it too full, and you can't find the hammer when you need it. I worked with Mary, 61, a retired nurse who'd spend hours on medical sites, fretting over every what if for her aging body: blood pressure, cholesterol, you name it. She was a wreck, couldn't sleep, snapped at her husband over burnt toast. We cut it back, 15 minutes of news a day, then she'd knit, needles clicking, stress melting away. She told me, "I feel like I've got room to breathe again." You can't know everything. Why burn out trying? Next time you're diving down a rabbit hole, say, "Is red wine bad now?" Stop. Ask, "Does this matter today?" If not, let it slide. Spend that hour walking the dog, paws crunching leaves, wind in your hair, or just sitting with a cup of coffee watching the steam curl up. I've seen clients in their 70s, like Jim, who ditched the 24-hour news cycle for his garden, hands in the soil, find calm they'd forgotten. That's Stoic peace, not in the overload, but in the simple. You don't need to decode the universe, just live your corner of it well. 3. Own your life. No more blame. Blaming's the easy road. Your friend for bailing on lunch, your boss for that missed raise, even the rain for wrecking your picnic plans. At our age, maybe 53, juggling a mortgage in teens, or 68 looking back, it's tempting to point fingers. But as a psychologist, I've seen it's a dead-end path that keeps us stuck. Stoicism hands you the wheel instead. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Your life's a story. Who's holding the pen? I had a client, Ray, 60, who blamed his ex-wife for years of misery after a rough divorce. She took everything, my money, my happiness, he'd rant, trapped in a loop. In one session, I asked, "What's yours now?" He started small, joined a hiking group, boots crunching trails, and rewrote his tale. "I'm not her victim, I'm me," he said, grinning ear to ear. "Stop passing the blame. Kids didn't call on your birthday? Don't stew. Call a pal who gets you. Share a laugh. Feeling creaky at 65? Skip "I'm too old" and try 15 minutes. Feel that loosen up. It's not the mess, it's your move. I've seen folks like Sue, 57, turn a job loss into a chance to bake. Oven on, house smelling like cinnamon rolls. That's not a burden, that's power. Epictetus said it. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. You're the writer. Pick up the pen and start today. 4. Let arguments fade away. Ever get sucked into a pointless fight, maybe with your spouse over who forgot the trash, or that cousin at the reunion who won't drop politics? Your pulse spikes, words fly, and for what? At 50, 60, and 70, we've got better things to do than win every battle. Stoicism's clear. Real strength isn't proving you're right, it's walking away. Marcus Aurelius said, "You always have the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control." I've seen this save sanity. Take Linda, 63, who'd bicker with her sister over every holiday plan till they were both steaming. Last Christmas, she tried something new. Interesting take, then grabbed a cookie. No shouting, just sweetness. And the cookie was warm. She laughed, "Why'd I waste years on that?" Next time you're ready to spar, say your buddy's griping about your late RSVP, hit pause. 3 seconds, slow breath. Is this worth my calm? Nope. A nod, a fair enough, and you're free. I've had clients like Tom, 58, dodge a working debate. "You're right, let's move on," and keep his cool, blood pressure steady. You're not losing, you're choosing peace over noise. Epictetus added, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." That's the Stoic win, calm over chaos, every time. 5. Make peace with your imperfections. Perfection's a ghost we've all chased. Perfect parent, perfect worker, perfect you. By 50, maybe you're mad about gray hair creeping in. At 67, it's that time you skipped your kid's recital for a deadline. Stoicism says enough. Your flaws aren't failures, they're you. Seneca wrote, "What progress, you ask, have I made? I have begun to be a friend to myself." I worked with Barb, 64, who hated her shaky voice. Years of teaching, now softened by age. She'd avoid calls, embarrassed, feeling less. One day, she flipped it. This voice read stories to my students. She started recording tales for her grandkids, trembles and all, and they loved it. Like kintsugi, the Japanese art of golden cracks, her flaw shone brightly. Your messes, they're yours. Burn dinner at 55? Chuckle. Pizza's fine and the smoke clears. Forgot a friend's birthday? Call late, laugh about it, make it a story. Take 10 minutes tonight, write one flaw and one way it's shaped you. I've seen clients like Ray, 61, turn "I'm too quiet" into "I listen deep." He's the guy everyone trusts now. That's not shame, that's freedom to be real. Stoicism spot on. You don't need perfection to live true, just courage to embrace the cracks. 6. Shed the stories holding you back. We all lug around tales. "I'm too old, I'll never get it right, I blew my chance." At 50, maybe it's "I missed the boat after a divorce." At 70, "I can't start over post-retirement." Stoicism calls these lies prisons you've locked yourself in with no key. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." I had a client, Ellen, 66, who'd whisper, "I'm no good alone," after her kids moved out. It kept her glued to the couch, lonely, TV droning. One day I asked, "What if that's not true?" She tested it, joined a quilting group, needle in hand, chatting away. New tale. I'm finding my way. She glowed, showing me a patchwork square like it was gold. You're the storyteller. I can't flips to I'll try. I failed becomes I learned. Grab a pen, 10 minutes, write one old story and rewrite it. Too old to travel turns to I'll take a weekend trip, 30 miles. Why not? I've seen folks like Jim, 59, shift I'm stuck to I'm planting roots. He's growing tomatoes now, not regrets. Small steps, big liberty. Epictetus nailed it. Man is disturbed not by things, but by the views he takes of them. You're not trapped, you're breaking free, one line at a time. 7. Turn solitude into strength. Loneliness can hit like a freight train. Maybe the house is too quiet since your spouse passed, or friends faded after you retired. At 50, 60, 70, it's easy to dread the stillness, to feel it's a punishment. Stoicism flips that script. Solitude's not a curse, it's a gift. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is in your power whenever you shall choose to retire into yourself." I've seen this shift lives. Take Sue, 62, who feared empty evenings after her daughter left for college. She started with 15 minutes, no TV, just her and a candle flickering. Memories hit hard at first, tears came, then softened into calm. Now she writes letters to her younger self, pen scratching, heart easing. "I'm stronger than I thought," she said, smiling. Don't dodge it. Dive in. Try 20 minutes tomorrow, no phone, just you. Sit by the window, watch the birds dart, and feel your breath settle. Ask, what's mine today? I've had clients like Tom, 68, turn lonely nights into woodworking, sawdust flying, pride building a birdhouse. Solitude's your forge, not your fall. Epictetus added, "He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing." That's Stoic gold. Peace in your skin, no crowd needed. It's not isolation, it's power. Beyond the steps, living Stoicism every day. So, why does letting go work? Psychology's got an answer. We cling because we're scared of losing something. Love, control, our sense of self. It's why we check our phones for a like or stew over a snub from 20 years ago. Stoicism says, drop it. What's left is you, steady as a rock. I've watched clients like Linda, 65, after a divorce, go from frantic to free by letting go of what ifs. She told me, "I used to think I needed him to be okay. Now I'm okay because I'm me." At our age, 50s, 60s, and beyond, we've got the wisdom to see that less baggage means more life. This isn't just theory, it's your toolkit for every day. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." In a world of doctor visits, family pulls, and creaky joints, Stoicism's your lifeline, peace from within, grit to face it all. Picture this, you're 30 feet above the chaos, sipping coffee, knowing you're enough. I've seen it. Ray, 70, ditched guilt over his son's choices and started birdwatching. Binoculars up, worries down. He's calmer, lighter, happier. You can too. 10 minutes of silence, a stroll in the park, a quiet prayer like, "Be still and know that I am God," Psalm 46:10. That's your anchor, your reset button. Maybe you're 55, feeling the pinch of an empty nest. Try a 15-minute walk, just you and the trees. Or 63, post-retirement. Sit with a journal and scribble what you're proud of. It's not about grand moves, it's about small, steady ones. This goes beyond one moment, it's your map for life's big stuff. Relationships fade, health wobbles, plans flop, Stoicism's your guide. When life presses, don't push back. Step aside, reflect, and ask, what's mine to hold? I've seen clients tackle cancer scares, empty nests, and lost jobs with this calm. Ellen, 61, faced a health dip and said, "I used to panic. Now I breathe, one day at a time." That's the payoff. Strength to meet anything, purpose to keep moving. Maybe you're 58, reeling from a friend's drift. Don't chase, call someone who's still there. Or 67, slowing down. Don't curse the pace, enjoy the quiet with a good book. It's not about fixing the world, it's about standing tall in yours. And here's why this matters now at our stage, middle-aged or silver-haired. We've lived enough to know, time's short, peace is gold. Stoicism meets psychology to say that you don't need the world's nod, every answer, or a flawless record. You need you, raw, real, rooted. I've seen it heal Barb, 67, let go of I should've after her husband's passing and found joy in her grandkids' giggles, their sticky hands grabbing hers. That's not just living, that's thriving. We're not chasing youth or applause anymore. We're chasing meaning, and it's right here, in the letting go. Conclusion. All right, friends, there's your roadmap. 7 Stoic lessons to focus on yourself and let them go. From ditching approval to turning solitude into power, with a little extra to carry it home. As a psychologist, I've watched these steps lift real people, and here's the heart of it. Freedom isn't what you clutch, it's what you release. Whether it's her chasing you, life testing you, or your doubts whispering, Stoicism shows us that peace is yours to forge. For us, 50s, 60s, and beyond, this is how we face the years with calm, grit, and a purpose that sticks. What's your first play? Maybe it's skipping that guilt trip tomorrow, or 15 minutes alone with your thoughts, just breathing. Start today. You've earned that lightness. Love this? Drop a comment. Which lesson hit you, or how's Stoicism steadying your ship? Hit that like if you're ready to let go, and share this with someone who needs it. Let's spread the peace. Subscribe and tap that bell. We're here weekly with more on mindfulness, growth, and living strong. Thanks for being here. Stay calm, keep growing, and I'll catch you next time.